Wait a minute. This isn't scary. You know, sometimes things just aren't as scary as they're supposed to be. Like Halloween, for example. A good example of this in game would be Slender, a game that's supposed to be scary but it's just, for some reason, not.
Now I'm not saying that Slender is a bad game, but it is by no means scary. Most of this can be attributed to the static effect that not only makes me think my VHS player is on the fritz, but alerts the player to when the Slender Man is near you. It effectively turns what should be a spooky horror game into a slowed down version of this.
But sometimes the reverse happens. Sometimes something that's not supposed to be scary has scary moments in it, and these scary moments can be way more scary than a scary game's scary moments. Maybe because you're not expecting it, who knows? And as it's Halloween, why don't we take a look at my top 5 favourite scary moments in non-scary games. Enjoy!
Welcome to the 80s future cyberpunk action movie, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, the most 80s action movie a game can get. And it wouldn't be the 80s without a reference to everyone's favourite crime-fighting turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Only in Blood Dragon, your mission is to kill these mutant turtles. This wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact you can't use any of your guns. And these turtles are really trying to kill you. Whoa, barrel! Seriously, electric water? But the worst one is this one. Okay, I know he has something planned. I can see him watching me. No! Stab! Treasure Trove Cove. A beautiful beach with a really pleasant atmosphere. The sun, the sky, the crabs, take that one as you will, and the sharks. Wait. Sharks! There's a shark! Yep, you start swimming on this level and you are instantly chased by a shark that not only wants to eat you, but will openly express that desire. And even plays scary Jaws music every time he pursues you. As a child, I was so scared of this character I got my brother to play the swimming parts for me. Although it turns out you can kill him. It took me 17 years to find that one out. But I think that just shows how scary this character is. He is mortal, yet my fears left me afraid to even go near him. Take that, snacker. Minecraft. This game doesn't look scary, but you know what? It has many scary elements. But the one I chose was exploring caves. Ha! You probably thought I was gonna say creepers. No way, man. Exploring is so scary. There is no light down there and you don't know what could be around the corner. You have limited tools and food, and the more you collect, the scarier dying is. Also, falling in lava is pretty scary, falling down a hole is pretty scary, monsters coming up from behind you is pretty scary. There's not a lot that's not scary in this game when you think about it. Unless you play this game on easy and have it so you keep your inventory after death, you wimp. Playing this on hardcore on your own, that is true fear. There is no way I could make a list of scary moments and not include Metal Gear Solid 3. Not because it's a scary game, but because there's always supernatural things going on in Metal Gear Solid games. Now I would have picked the Snake's Nightmare scene from the game, but I have the HD collection and not the original for PS2. For some reason, it's not on there. So instead I chose the Sorrow Battle. First off, this guy is already dead. Yep, that's an empty life bar. Second, he makes you face every single person that you killed throughout the game thus far. This means depending on how you played will affect the battle. There's something about seeing the ghosts of all your kills. Just makes you feel uneasy. When I first played this as a kid, it actually made me rethink how I should play the game, and my second playthrough I never killed anyone. It wasn't easy, but I did it. Back to why this game is scary though. If the seeing dead enemies and creepy walk through the river wasn't enough, how about this? Yeah, I don't think I'll be sleeping tonight.
You know, I could now choose the most original game to come up with when asked for a scary scene in a non-scary game, but if you know me a little better, you know I'm one for the old school style. I like traditional classics, games you've seen in like millions of lists before, and if it wasn't for our good Simon here, I wouldn't even start talking about it, because you can all already guess what comes next. But what I will try to do is to make it at least a bit non-predictable and entertaining even for people who've already seen the game a million times. Half-Life 2 Ravenholm. Yes, you did see that coming. Half-Life 2 is utter perfection. You know that, I know that, your toaster knows that, let's move on. Ravenholm is a pretty scary town in a not-so-scary game. You know that, I know that, your toast— oh right, I didn't want to be repetitive. But to be honest, when I replayed it for this list, I didn't even see what was scary about it. I mean, the game definitely changes a lot at this point from its original concept, but Half-Life 2 is pretty varying in general, so that should not surprise anybody. Although it did. The newly acquired gravity gun also changes the gameplay. You can now kill enemies by shooting saw blades or any other prop at it, what makes it easier to get along without ammo. The fun you'll have while doing that pretty much distracts you from the creepiness of this place, but as said, it seriously takes some time to get scary. The atmosphere is pretty good, but it's nothing you could really be afraid of. It's basically built up like a good horror movie. You'll get an introduction to Ravenholm, it starts quite calm and simple, very subtle place, normal zombies, no problem, nothing to worry about. And then you'll meet the fast zombies who will hunt you down and rip off your balls as you try to run away from those fuckers because you got no ammo left, and why the fuck does the elevator need that long? Help me! The second half of Ravenholm is definitely not a nice place to be in if you're not familiar with first-person shooters and especially horror games. By now I know the game very good and always keep cool. But when I played it for the first time, and I have to add that it was one of my first FPS games I ever played, I might even have freaked out. But only a little bit, you know. I don't enjoy any other scene in Half-Life 2 more than this one, not quite because I'm a fan of horror or something like that, but because it's pretty well made. The overall quality is, high? No, that doesn't fit the level of quality, let me think, oh yeah, it's high as fuck. That nails it. Okay, good. I think that's all I got. Both sides can hate me now, the ones who played Half-Life 2 because I'm cheap as fuck, and the ones who haven't played it because I just completely spoiled the best part of the game. Thanks, Simon, for getting me in on this. Like, next time you can make me a target on the internet, you just, yeah, go fuck yourself. I mean, you think I would survive the power of constructive criticism on the internet? No. I now have to hide again in a cave for 6 months. I'm done. Happy Halloween! Or Kwanzaa. Or Independence Day or some shit, I don't fucking know.
Now when you think of scary games, I would probably bet that Mario 64 did not enter your head. When you think of bright, colourful, overly happy, fun games, you may think of Mario 64, but not gut-wrenching terror. Well, you haven't seen true fear until you've been into the booze-haunted mansion. The scariest part of them all? The piano.
Don't do that, dick.
This is a level with ghosts, eyeballs, and floating books of teeth all trying to kill you, and yet, the piano is the scariest. Worst part is, there is a single red coin behind it, so little 5-year-old Simon had to try and lure the scariest thing out from its corner and then run behind him. He also takes a lot of damage off Mario and can't be killed at all. Genuinely scared of this thing as a child.
And that's my list. And remember, these were just my opinions and one of DuckyGamerDeluxe. So leave a comment down below telling me what one of your favourite scary moments is in a non-scary game. And I will see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Big shout out and thank you to DuckyGamerDeluxe for appearing in this video. And why not check out his latest video for Halloween as well? I hear it's pretty good.